Hi guys, it's Erica from Brains to Beauty, and today is going to be a little bit different than a tutorial and a little bit different than a review. Today is actually going to be my hair dyeing lessons learned. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because, one, a lot of people notice my hair has gotten lighter, but what most people haven't noticed is that my hair is a mess. Do you guys notice how the roots of my hair is lighter than the rest of my hair? And oh, you want to see something amazing? Boom, I have like blonde patches hidden underneath. This is called hair dyeing at home fail, and I wanted to do a video about it because I wanted to talk about how I got to this place and what you guys should avoid. So first of all, when I originally filmed, I actually filmed a tutorial of how I box dye using this hair dye right here. This is the UL61 High Lift Ash Brown Cooler L'Oreal Paris Superior Preference Sun Kissed Caramels hair dye. I actually went through 3 different boxes of hair dye. I don't have the other 2 boxes. After I had ombre'd my hair, which if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here, I decided I didn't like the copperiness of the actual ombre. So I bought an ash blonde hair dye and I toned the ombre. I took some pictures, I put it up on Instagram. It looked so much better, but I really didn't like the contrast of black to blonde because my hair was essentially black and my end was essentially blonde, and it was such a huge contrast. I wasn't so happy with it, so I decided I was gonna dye my hair, which comes in this guy. And I filmed it and everything, and I will tell you that it turned out darker than I wanted. It worked, everything was fine. My ombre didn't completely take the color as well because it was originally bleached, but it did darken my ombre and it lightened my upper part, and it was kind of starting to balance it out. And I was pretty happy with it, but it wasn't a change enough that anybody noticed. So I was like, I'm gonna dye it again. And I ended up buying another box dye, which I don't have it anymore. I ended up throwing it away, which gave me this color, and I will insert a picture somewhere in here, some picture that I'll find off of Google or off of the L'Oreal website so you guys can see what color exactly that I used to get this color. So essentially it took 1 toning of my ombre and 2 box dyes to get it to this shade. The first box that I used, I followed the directions exactly to a T, and I made sure I had everything in place. I made sure I had a comb, makeup wipes, hair clips, and all of the products you needed here. I even made a trash bag t-shirt so that I wouldn't ruin my clothes, and essentially I followed the instructions. I used the gloves. It does come with a color, a developer, and a conditioner. You mix the color and the developer together, and then you put it in your hair. I did use my own hair dyeing brush that I did get from Sally Beauty, and I brushed it actually along the darker parts of my hair. So I took essentially from my roots down to my ombre, and I dyed that portion first so that the darkest parts would get the most color. Once that was good, then I went ahead and put the color into my ombre and then into my roots. And once everything was fully saturated, I put my hair into a shower cap. And that was absolutely wonderful and great, and I got great success out of this. And the reason why I used the ash brown versus any other brown was because I didn't want it to turn orange. I wanted it to stay very neutral and very ashy, and it worked amazing. But it didn't lighten it very much, and I did keep it in for 40 minutes, and it only changed maybe 1 shade, and I wanted something a little bit more drastic. So then I bought the second box dye. The second box dye, I got so confident about the first box dye that I rushed the second one. First of all, I was a mess. I didn't do the splitting of the darkest part and then the ombre and then the roots. This time I just put it all over. Mistake number 1, don't do that. Always put in the darkest part first, roots last. And then the second thing I didn't do was I didn't wrap my hair. The first time I wrapped it in a shower cap. The second time I completely forgot. And the problem with that, and the reason why you want to wrap your hair, is because the heat from your head actually activates the product. So the product closest to your head will activate faster, ending up with hot roots. So anything closer to your scalp will end up lighter than the rest of your hair, unless you completely wrap your head and allow all of your hair to heat evenly, you're gonna end up with hot roots, which is essentially what happened to me. And so now, as you guys can see, I have hot roots. It's a really simple fix. I can just get a demi-permanent dye and a low developer, like a 10 developer from Sally Beauty, and I can just essentially dye these areas that are light and then comb through to blend it into the darker part. But at this point, I may just completely change my hair dye. I'm thinking dark burgundy. I know it's summertime and typically people want to go lighter, but I'm thinking about just completely changing my color. I haven't decided yet. But ultimately, I just wanted to share with you guys what not to do. And you know, the biggest thing is be patient, read the instructions, and just follow the rules and try not to rush through it, because you could end up with hair patches, just like so. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. When I do decide to re-dye my hair, I will be more patient. I will do everything that I should do, and I will make sure to film it for you guys so you guys can see the right way to dye your hair at home. This was essentially, it's not the fault of the box dye. The box dye did exactly what it was supposed to do. It was the fault of my own by being impatient and not taking the time to do the right things. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you guys enjoyed listening about my fails and how not to dye your hair. And make sure to comment down below if you guys have any tips, tricks for myself or for anybody else who's watching this video. And of course, make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Erica from Brains to Beauty.
Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?